All right, we want to stop the broadcast just for a moment because anyone tuning in, we want to give a shout out to our teachers, studio owners, and directors all around the world, and to our local studios that support celebrity. It is so important during this time to remember how important your home studio is. They nurture you, they help you grow, they help you become the dancer and person that you are. Parents, I beg you, I plead with you, please stick with your studio. They are small local businesses and they need your love and support now more than ever. I know a lot of teachers and a lot of wonderful teachers around the world are starting to offer online classes, sometimes free, sometimes for drop-in rates, and those are wonderful add-ons to do as a dancer to help you grow and experience outside the studio. But your home base with your friends, your family, the people that love you, care for you, and nurture you is so, so important. I grew up in a wonderful studio where we had a wonderful team that bonded like a family, that I still talk to many of those dancers today, and it was so important to help shape who I am today. So I'm gonna turn the microphone over to our entire celebrity judging panel joining me on the sofa today, just to say a little bit about maybe their studio, where they grew up, why it's so important to stick with your studios, and especially during these times. Jenna, why don't you start us off?
Well, I grew up in Las Vegas, mainly. I moved around a lot, but mainly Vegas. And my home studio I have really fond memories, and they're memories that I'll cherish forever. They not only shaped me into the dancer I am today, but taught me a lot of life lessons as well. And then, like you kind of mentioned, that's where all my friends were.
Yeah.
I spent more time at the dance studio than anywhere else, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, a lot of great memories from there.
And taking the classes at home online are fun for sure. And you're great to have the opportunities to have access to somebody that maybe doesn't live in your town. But you're taking the class by yourself, and
it's hard to hold yourself accountable all the time. You need a little accountability. Yeah.
I need my teacher there, standing over me, telling me like the corrections in person and guiding me through the class. That face-to-face human interaction is so important, and we can't miss out on that right now. Like, I miss it like crazy, not seeing our teachers, studio owners, and dancers at these events in person. I can't imagine just having my dance career growing up in a bedroom by myself.
Yeah, and I think studio owners and teachers are working overtime. They're working extra hard right now. And because of that experience, they're even more grateful for in-person classes. And I know all of my friends that teach are dying to get back in the studio. So I think it'll be really cool once things open back up and there's this kind of revival, this kind of like art renaissance, I feel like, is going to happen, just from all the pent up, built up creativity,
And maybe it allows us to step back for a moment too and appreciate a little bit more. Maybe we just took the studio for granted for a little bit. Like, it was always going to be there. The lights were going to be on. It was going to be clean. It was going to be ready for me. My teacher was going to show up. And now we're going to take it for granted. Like, that could all end if we don't support our studios.
Yeah, I feel like dance teachers are gonna like blow our minds once they
got a lot cooped up and they're ready to get it out.
Yep, they've been cooped up not only mentally but physically too, just working in confined spaces. So I'm excited.
Me too. Tony, what do you want to say about our local studios and maybe where you grew up a little bit?
Well, I did not move around a lot. I only moved once my whole childhood, and so I was at the same studio from age 6 on until I graduated high school. So kind of going off of what they were saying before, you guys, your studio, your local, your home studio knows you better than you probably know yourself at this point, because they've seen you at every age and they've worked with you through everything you've been through growing up. So they are going to be the ones that are going to be there for you and know exactly what you need for your dance career and for your training, and also just for you as a human being. A lot of these amazing online classes, great choreography, right? You're going to get something out of it, but they don't know you because it's not personal. It's not a personal experience. So that's so important to remember. And just going along with that, seeing people over and over again, they hold you, like Jenna was saying, they hold you more accountable. And that's what we all need to grow as people and get better. And same thing, my 3 closest friends that I hold so dear to my heart. None of them live in Los Angeles, but I speak to them on a daily, weekly basis. They are from my dance community growing up, and we've been there for each other through everything. And so that's probably one of the most important things, is you need that really close-knit circle of people, and that is what you're going to get at your home studio. And we all want to, that's what we all want, is that connection, that personal connection, that personal experience. So keep doing it, you guys. That's what we need. Ashley?
Beautifully said, Tony. Thank you.
Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's, I guess it can be frustrating, especially doing, the Zoom classes and everything online, just because, there may be glitches and we can't see something, the way that we normally would see it in a classroom, and it gets frustrating, and we definitely get down on ourselves. And, I think that the home studio for all of us is such a importance, just because I know I definitely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my home studio today. I was only maybe 40 minutes out of LA, and I had LA at my fingertips, and I never went growing up. I always stayed at my studio. And what's really funny is eventually moving out to LA, there were so many auditions that I had, and I always went back to take all my classes. I was probably still 25, and I still went back, drove back to my home studio, and took the classes that I needed to get me ready for those auditions. And so I really owe it to JPD for just really, honestly, just really honing in, just not only just the talent that we all have, but the discipline and the accountability that I hold to myself every day. I always have them in the back of my mind, constantly pushing me forward.
The phrases that you've heard over and over again.
Yeah, it's just us. There's just something about a classroom and having your peers there. And yeah, like I said, I didn't really have many friends in high school, and all my dance studio, the kids there were like my brothers and sisters. So it was
I used to
awesome.
go back, like even when I go back to Nebraska still, I drive by our studio and I see like, do they happen to be there? I peek in the window, like I don't even go by my school of where I went to school, but I drive by the dance studio to see what they're doing. Or like, can I pop in and say hi? And when we were in Vegas together, we drove by your studio, like, that's where I trained. It wasn't that, this is over there. And it's like, those are the things we remember.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's so important.
It's just awesome. It's really cool to go back and like still take a class with like the kids there, just so, you kind of stay on your game, and then you feel old a couple times, but it's just beautiful. Honestly, it's awesome.
So in the end, we just want to say we know how hard you're working, teachers, studio owners, and directors, and parents and dancers. Please give them some love. There's a couple different ways you can do this. We've posted a square on Celebrity Instagram and Facebook, and you can tag your studio to let your studio know how much you love them. But I encourage you, sometime this weekend, send them a text, give them a phone call, send them an email. I am texting studio owners all the time and emailing them and talking to them on the phone, and I can hear in their voices how hard they're working and that they're getting tired and they're getting run down too. We're all kind of in the same position right now. So let's take a moment this weekend and let's pump up our studio owners like crazy. However that is for you. If you need to drop off a cookie, if you need to give them a balloon, if you're gonna give them a text message, whatever connection you have to your studio owner or your teacher, let's show them some love this weekend. I challenge you to do that. And on behalf of everyone at Celebrity, to our teachers, studio owners, directors, and studio owners, we love you, and you are celebrities.